Hello, so today is the day. I finally get to play with these gorgeous stamps. I am honestly so excited. So there's going to be no waffle. We are literally just going to pull out all our craft stuff and just get started. So the first thing I am going to do is to get rid of that blank page. So I'm using Distress Ink, Mermaid Lagoon, Salvage Patina and Mustard Seed. Just putting that down onto an acrylic block, giving it a little bit of a spray and smooshing it down onto the paper just to create a very quick and easy background for our stamped images. And that is it all finished there. I love how that turned out. So the way I work is I tend to do a whole load of stamping, then a whole load of colouring, so I have all my images ready to craft with when I actually sit down to create a project. And so this one is one that I've already coloured up, and what I am doing now is just fussy cutting that out. If you watch the launch video, you'll see that I have tried to take away some of the extra swirly twiddly bits that I love to add when I am drawing and make it much simpler to give you as a crafter more scope to be able to do your own thing. And another advantage is it makes it easier to cut out. Once I had a bit of an idea of where the house was going on the page, I decided to add a little bit of extra text detail. I'm just doing this using the sentiment stamp that comes in that particular stamp set. Text background stamps are absolutely lovely. I have them, I use them, but you don't need them. You can use any sentiment stamp that you have. And I've deliberately put some of those upside down as well. When putting my arrangement together, I just tend to put glue into the centre areas of the main image, and that just allows the fact that I can then sort of lift the paper at the edges, which means I can tuck the other embellishments and things that I have cut out in between. It gives me a little bit of wiggle room and the ability to put an arrangement and composition together. These flowers have actually come from the Paint It Funky paper pad, and so I've just cut those out, and I think they add a fabulous whimsical addition to the scene, because in reality, if you had flowers that big coming out the top of your house, you'd be a bit concerned. But in this wonderful whimsical land, it works, and I absolutely love it. So now that I've got my arrangement down, I'm just sort of getting those bits fully stuck down so that it's nice and safe on the page. This is one of my favourite stamps. I love this washing line. Don't ask me why. I just absolutely love it. Now in hindsight, this would have been better had I stamped all these lines of washing before putting all the images down, because I did have to sort of mask them off to be able to make it work and not to look messy. But we found our way around it. It worked, so it's all good in the end. So I have pulled out my Derwent Chroma Flow pencils, and I am just sort of colouring the washing in. I am still adding shades and tones because it's me and I can't just do a flat colour. Yes, I'm obsessed. There's not really much more I can say about that. But I have restricted it just to 2 colours per item of clothing. So I still have my shadow and my highlight, even though I don't have amazing blending. But it makes me happy. It's one of these things. I just love colour and colouring, and I can't help myself. I'm switching now to another Derwent product. I will link to these all in the description box below. This is the Inktense pencil, and I love this for art journaling because you can really layer up the colour because it moves like a watercolour while it's wet, but once it's dry it is permanent, hence the name Inktense. So I like to do this shadowing effect. It really helps the foreground and the background to have some sort of perspective. So it's pushing those images forward and then helping the page recede to the background. So it just makes the whole page pop, but it also is a way of adding amazing dimension, but yet keeping your page flat. When I'd coloured the houses, I originally went for sort of a blue window with a very pale blue, but it wasn't working for me on the overall page. So with the Inktense pencil, I added a touch of yellow. I'm now restamping the image so that we have, the sentiment. I'm now restamping the sentiment so we have a focal version of it too for the actual page. Just edging that in black, and then finally adding my doodly border, which helps to draw the eye into the page, it helps to frame it, and I just absolutely love a doodly border. And that is it all done. I love how this has turned out. I'm loving this set so far. Thank you so much for joining me. I have loved making this page. I really love how it turned out. I'm definitely obsessed with this washing line. I can see me using that stamp a lot. I hope you've enjoyed the techniques, and maybe we'll give a few of them a go yourself. If you are absolutely loving this collection like I do, you may want to check out the launch video. right there. You can see it in full. And if you just love art journaling, I've got a whole playlist that might inspire you right there. Thank you again, and we'll see you soon.